BRZ and FR-S debuted for the 2013 production year as a collaboration between Subaru and Scion. With the Death of Scion brand in 2016, Toyota integrated the popular FR-S into the Toyota lineup as the Toyota 86. Today we are going to cover all the fitments for the Scion FR-S, Toyota 86, GR-86, and both fitments of the Subaru BRZ. I'm Rich from Koenig, welcome to Fit Check. With the naturally aspirated 2.0-liter flat-4 Subaru-made engine, the main gripe of these cars are that they are underpowered with a measly 151 pound-feet of torque. These cars are incredibly popular as an affordable rear-wheel drive sports car with a ton of aftermarket support. In 2022, Subaru and Toyota introduced the second generation of the BRZ and the rebranded GR-86. The second generation features a naturally aspirated 2.4-liter flat-4 Subaru-made engine with an increase of 23 horsepower and 33 pound-feet of torque. Nonetheless, the BRZ and the GR-86 remain as one of the last affordable rear-wheel drive sports cars on today's market. Today, we are going to cover all the fitments for the Scion FR-S, Toyota 86, GR-86, and both generations of the Subaru BRZ. All of these cars come with a bolt pattern of 5x100 and a hub size of 56.1 millimeters. The first generation OE sizing is a 17x7 with an ET48 offset and comes with a 215/45 tire and is the exact same tire that is found on the same year Prius. Second generation OE specs are either a 17.7.5 or 18.7.5 depending on what trim you get, and also an ET48 offset. We would like to note that if you have any of these models that come with factory big brakes offered in the performance packages, or if you have a BRZ TS, you have to take that in consideration when shopping for wheels for your car. The diameter range for these cars will be a 16-inch to a 19-inch. Regardless of the diameter that you choose, make sure you maintain your overall roll-in diameter. When talking about fitment, we are mainly talking about the width and offset. We like to break down our fitment options into 3 categories: no hassle, slight flex, and all the wheel. All of these fitments are intended to show you possible fitments without modifications or rubbing issues. For our no hassle fitment category, we are looking to give you an option for those who are looking to use your factory tires and just want to change your wheels. The range for the no hassle category would be from a 7 to an 8-inch wheel with an offset range from 40 to 45. We would recommend an 8-inch wheel with a 40 offset as a square setup. Moving on to our slight flex category, this is for people who are okay with changing both their wheels and tires. For this category, you can either run a square setup or a staggered setup depending on what works best for you. The range for our slight flex fitment would be for the front wheels to be at an 8.5-inch with an offset range of 40 to 45. Rear wheel sizing would be from an 8.5 to a 9-inch wheel with an offset range of 38 to 40. Our pick for slight flex would either be an 8.5 ET40 squared or a staggered fitment of 8.5 ET40 in the front and a 9 at an ET40 in the rear. All right, that brings us to our last category of all the wheel. This category is the most aggressive fitment you can run on your car before having to do things like suspension adjustments, roll-in fenders, etc. For this category, we would recommend a staggered setup with a front range of 8.5 to a 9-inch wheel with an offset range of 35 to a 40. And for the rear fitment, we would give you not a range, but 2 different options of a 9.5 at a 35, 36-ish offset, or a 10-inch wheel at a higher offset of ET45 to 48. Our recommended fitment for all the wheel would be an 8.5 at a 35 in the front and a 9.5 at a 35 in the rear. If you have watched one of these episodes of Fit Check before, you probably know that we like to include a bonus category called You're on Your Own. This is more of a disclaimer that people may very well run fitments that fall outside of our recommended specs, but you are more likely to need to make some sort of adjustments or need modifications to make it functional. If you are running a front size wider than 9 inches and a rear size of 9.5 or 10 with an offset lower than 35 or 40 respectively, you may find yourself in a position where things are not fitting so well. Again, we would like to stress that if you have a model that comes with factory big brakes, you must take that in consideration when shopping for wheels, and brake clearance may prevent you from running the wheels that you ideally want. Alright guys, so we went through our 3 fitment categories for the BRZ and GR-86. If you guys have any other questions about fitment for these cars, please drop them in the comments below. If you guys want to see another episode on Fit Check, let us know what car you would like to see next. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below or shoot us a DM. I'm Rich from Koenig. We'll see you on the next one.